Hi, this is Bob from Hobby Concepts, and today I've got something just a little bit different. I've got this Huina 1/14 scale RC fire truck. I had a viewer contact me and ask me if Tamiya made a fire truck or if I knew any good fire trucks, and there really aren't any that I could find. So I thought I'd see what there was available in fire trucks in kind of the same scale that we like to run our RC trucks in. I found this Huina, I ordered it, and got it in here. I'm going to do a little review on it and just show you what it's all about. Actually, a pretty impressive little piece for the price. So, hey, you want a fire truck? There's not a lot of choices, but here's one. Let's get started. So here's this little fire truck. It comes pretty nicely boxed in a carry case type box, which Huina seems to do on a lot of their products. So let's pop it open and see what's in here. Okay, so we've got our instructions, and then it's packed in a foam container, so I'm going to slide it out. So here it is in the styrofoam packing, and very first impressions are not bad. Obviously toy-like plastic, but it could be painted. Overall looks pretty good. Has rubber tires. They're hard, but they're acceptable. And yeah, you know, overall looks okay. Transmitter. Dual stick type transmitter with centering sticks. Bunch of function buttons. I'm going to go ahead and charge the battery up on this thing, and then I'll get to it, and then we'll compare it to like a king hauler or something, so see how it sizes up. Let's take a quick look at this radio and the parts that are included. So the radio knobs are shipped separately, so the radio will fit in the package. They're not two-piece knobs, so they're not really height adjustable like most radios. They just screw in place, and there they are. But that's okay. The feel's not bad. I mean, it's a way better radio than most toys I've seen. And then the basket, slide this up in here, looks like it just drops up in here. Okay, yeah, it's just got a couple of notches that just snap into place, and then this fire hose mounts up in here, and there's a top piece and a couple screws that hold it. So I'll go ahead and put that together while I'm doing this. So quick look at the remote. It takes 4 AA batteries in the back here, which I put in. You've got your standard controls, so you've got left and right steering, forward and back. This control makes the boom go up and down, and this control makes the boom rotate, which are pretty cool functions. Sound on, sound off, lights on, lights off. These are the trim switches for left or right. So none of these buttons here do anything, they're just for looks. Never did like that, where they put stuff on just for looks. But anyway, it's what it is. It's an inexpensive transmitter. These 2 buttons on top squirt water. You can add water to the water tank and squirt it, which is also kind of a cool feature. You know, this is really actually kind of a neat toy. Not a hobby grade product, but it seems like a pretty solid toy. Let's take a look at the truck itself. So the truck itself, pretty straightforward vehicle. Like I said, the plastic has got a little bit of a toy look just because it's molded in color, but certainly could be painted if you wanted to make a better looking truck. Typical Huina, they don't even come close to calling it the right scale. They say this is 1/14 scale, which would be the same as a Tamiya trucks, but when we look at a Tamiya truck tire compared to the tire on this vehicle, you can see that it's just not in the ballpark. Also, we'll look at the cab. There's a Tamiya cab, same truck, and you can see the dramatic difference in the size. I would say that we're probably, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the scale because it's not a huge factor, this is probably about 1/18. I just wish Huina would actually advertise their stuff as the correct scale. Still, it doesn't look too bad in the Tamiya truck kind of world if you're looking for a fire truck and there's not a lot of choices. Here's a King hauler. So you can see that compared to a King hauler, it just doesn't look quite right. It's just a little small. I mean, figures would be a little small, but not completely out of the ballpark. I mean, their bulldozer's completely out of the ballpark, but their excavator and this truck wouldn't look bad on a track running with Tamiya trucks. It would just be a very small fire truck. So anyway, I'm thinking that, you know, they're okay with what they're talking about. It's actually feels pretty good weighty wise. This little cap right here comes off, and that's where you add the water to squirt water. So that's kind of cool. Okay, well, let's put some batteries in it and see what we got. Flipping over to look at the bottom, it's basically just solid with the big battery compartment. The battery compartment lid has a screw which I removed and just has a latch to hold it. So pretty easy to get in and out of the battery. It feels like there's no differential. So that's basically the setup on this thing. I think the battery's charged, so I'll go get it and we'll take a look at it. The battery is a 1200 milliamp lithium ion. Comes with a little USB charger. Pretty straightforward. And just plugs into the unit. Sits up in the battery compartment. Okay, so we'll turn this thing. Okay, so to bind the transmitter, they tell me to turn the unit on, so I've got the battery in it. I'll turn it on and the lights are flashing, and then I'll turn on the transmitter. Okay. Okay, so I've got it bound and it's working, so I'll go ahead and reposition the camera and we'll play with some of the functions. Alright, so here's our little fire truck all ready to go. I've actually got it turned on here, and I'll just go through some of the features. The first feature is there's a button here for sound. So we have engine sound. Push the button again, we get a siren. Push it again and the sounds will go off. So engine sound, siren, off. The siren noise is annoying enough to drive Mom crazy. Okay, we've got the lights here which turn on our blue flashing lights and turn them off. Now, one thing I found out about this truck, and I really kind of like, it's you know, it's a toy. Okay, it's a toy truck. It's a good toy though, and it's got some great features. One of them is the steering is actually proportional. So the more you move the stick, the more the wheels turn. And usually on a truck like this, you would just get right or left and that's it. So it's really nice to have proportional steering. The other thing is it has proportional throttle. So you can go slow. So you can actually vary the speed instead of just on or off, which is kind of nice. A little bit nicer radio feature. This stick here is our boom up, and it goes that high, boom down, and then we have right and left. And it has a really good range of travel. And up is up and down is down. Sometimes they, on the less expensive toy ones, you move the stick and it goes up and down and up and down. This one, it's up until it stops and down until it stops, which is again quite nice. There's trims here for the steering. Mine didn't need any adjustments. And these buttons here on the top of the radio shoot water. Alright, so we're going to grab a rag here. We're going to push it. And it shoots a good amount of water. We might try that on Winston a little bit later. Okay, the headlights come on when you have it in forward. And the tail lights, when you have it in forward, they're on solid. When you have it in reverse, they flash. When you move the boom, they flash. So they have a couple different functions depending on what you're doing with the truck. Everything works great. It actually, I thought, looked okay with Tamiya trucks. It's a little small, but it doesn't look bad. If you're running it with your other trucks, it looks okay. It's probably the best toy RC fire truck on the market from what I could find. And obviously you could pull the gear and put better radio equipment in if you wanted, and it would look really good if it was repainted. Maybe some of the hatches were made to look nice, or maybe opening or something, but it certainly wouldn't be a bad kit bash. I'm going to actually take it and take my camera and drive it around a little bit and show you how fast it is. Okay, here's our little fire truck. We'll drive it here. That's wide open. You can see that it actually has turn signals. When you're turning right or left, the turn signals of the headlight mimic your function. Backs up just fine. That's as slow as it goes right there. Yeah. Not bad. Let's see here, the water. Now let's see here. We're putting a pretty good stream out on the old driveway. That'll freeze tonight. Yeah, so that's how it runs. Well, there you go. A little quick review on the Huina fire truck. They actually make two different versions. This one's the hook and ladder. I think they make one that's like an airport rescue fire truck. I bought this one on eBay and paid $124.08 with free shipping. And you can get it on eBay or Amazon, probably a bunch of other places. Again, I bought it just because I had a customer call me and ask about fire trucks, and I just wanted to see for myself. At first I thought, when I was done with this review, I'd probably just sell it on eBay, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it because I actually really like it. And when I'm running my big trucks, I can give this to my grandkids and they can drive it around and beat it and do whatever they want with it and not mess with my my globe liner. So anyway, I think it's a great little toy truck. It doesn't look bad with the Tamiya trucks. I think Huina did a pretty good job with this thing overall. I'm going to give it a pretty good rating. I'm not going to include a link in the description because you can go on and search around for the best price or wherever you can buy it yourself. But there you go. Huina fire truck, little quickie review, and stay tuned to my channel for more real RC truck stuff coming up soon. So there we go. As I film this, it's right before Christmas. Everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Great New Year. I hope to get at least one more video before New Year, and then I'll be really back in the swing of some new videos. So we've got some exciting things coming. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe.